make sure we're back. Okay.
Yeah, because some parts we use our our uh, our our formations pretty well fortified and getting them all fixed up pretty good. Now we got to move out. Oh, here we go again, you know. Oh, yeah. So we go on again and do the same thing all over. A lot of times we'd have to put in barbed wire barricades and different stuff like that. It really makes, you had to put all kinds of hazards out there for them to run into to saw them out. So that'd give us the time to work on them if they come and run into us, but then we could, without too much difficulty, we could solve the problem and clean it out pretty quick.
So when you had trouble with supplies catching up from you, did you get meal very often?
Oh, sometimes we'd go maybe sometimes it'd be 3 or 4 days before you get a meal. Boy, the boys get pretty awful hungry, get pretty agitated because there wasn't anything to eat. But eventually, it finally would catch up with us, and we got raw rations in, and we got made sure all the soldiers got their ration supply, and so they could have something to eat and satisfy their qualms.
Did you get any letters from home very often, or did the mail come very often?
Oh, maybe. Oh, sometimes we get it. Maybe 4 days. Sometimes it might be a week before you get mail. But when the mail call, it'll come usually. Everybody got some kind of mail of some sort.
Good. Your folks write you a lot?
Beg pardon?
Did your mother and dad write you, and your sisters and brothers?
No, my mom, she wrote to me.
Yeah.
She was quite worried about it. I said, Mom, just don't worry about me. I says, I'm making do pretty good here. I says, it's a hard life, but you got to learn everything you can learn about this to get ready to come out of this. She seemed to be more satisfied when I did send letters home, told Mom I'm on my way home, and of course I spent that 18, 19 days on ship. That was a long trip, boy.
On the way home? And when was that? What month and what year?
That was in, I think we boarded the ship to start to come home, I think. The last or first day of February.
February of what year?
51.
Ah. And what ship did you get on?
No, 52.
52.
Yeah. Got the same old tub went over on.
Ah.
And we don't. I suppose you like to catch that old tub. And sure enough, there it was. Boys, it's waiting on us, pals.
I bet you were happy to see it, though.
Well, pretty kind of happy. It was there first to come home on.
So how did you find out you were going home? Was your time up at a certain time, or did they send orders? How did you know you were going to get to go home?
Oh, his orders, and the ship was in port waiting for us. Said, you're going home. We didn't argue.
No, I imagine not.
I said we didn't argue.
You said it was a rough trip home?
Well, some days the water's got pretty. Some days it would get the waters would be so rough you couldn't even go on board yet. But basically that was mostly when we coming into the continental United States, where the water's coming out of the Arctic, and them cold waters was cold and wet, and the seas would be rough. Oh, some of the boats, some of them guys, they got sick as dogs. Still can't. I can't believe the same ones got sick as did was before. But I didn't. I lived around, so it's just fine.
Well, what were your days like on when you got up? Did you wake up in the morning and eat breakfast? Did they give you jobs, or did you just kind of hang around waiting?
Well, we had just got up and had our breakfast. We really didn't have too much as you could really do. And some of the boys, they got on working on the ship, and the ship getting ready to paint the ship. Of course, when we sailed in the port, when we came back to the United States, that ship was all repainted when we pulled in that port.
Where did you land?
Seattle, Washington.
Long way from home.
Yeah.
How'd you get home?
Train. There was a train waiting on us. All was up. I think had 1,800 soldiers. Troop train. And of course, some went different ways. Some gone to different parts of the United States. And one of my buddies, he got another train to go. He was going to Detroit. But I don't know how. Yeah, I guess he took another route and come into above Chicago and got into Detroit, Michigan, and that's where he was separated up there.
And where did they process you for separation?
I was kept out of Berry, Indiana. That's where I was processed on my return, and they also gave me my papers for us to report. So we had our time period schedule already made out.
So did you get some leave to go home then?
Oh yes, yeah. Just from home. I can't remember. I think it was about 12 or 14 days. I think when I got home, and
everybody happy to see you?
And my mom, she came out one day and she had this book. I had a big book of the 24th Division history. It took, I remember in the summer, our company commander said, boys, this war's going to be over one of these days. And he says, they're going to have a lot of information compiled and formed up, put in a book of this operation. And me and my buddy, I says, what do you think? I says, would you ain't got enough to spend money on anyway? I think we make down $5. That was probably the best $5 ever saved on that.
You still have that book?
Yes, it's in the archives over here. It's Conover there, A.B. Graham Center.
Ah, good. So it's archived in the Connor.
Yeah.
In Connor. Okay. Good.
Some had some military uniform, hike jacket, and some field trousers, and some different things that I present what I went through.
That was kind. So when you got home, you got to eat as much as you wanted to and sleep much as you wanted to for a couple weeks?
For a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, yeah.
And then what happened?
Yeah, then went back to Camp Terra, Arkansas, to spend the rest of my duty. And that was the hottest place in the world I ever spent. Oh, that was blistering hot. Oh, golly. They had to send me to a place like this.
And what did you do there?
No, I was kind of wound up in the cavalry unit where incoming soldiers going in and out. You get them off a bus, take them here or take them there, and you just kind of had a running job, kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
It was in a kind of a cavalry unit, help get the boys through, and I found one fellow here who was from Pickaway here, and he back from Pickaway. I said, well, tell me where I live, and sure enough, I live in Hinkle. He said, yeah, and he got he got out on a hardship discharge on account of his parents. They started inducting him in, and then they returned him.
Yeah. Well, the war was over. Probably easier for that to happen at that point.
Hmm.
So Arkansas was not terribly hard duty; it was just terribly hot duty.
It's hot. Oh, mercy. It was so hot, blistering hot.
Did you make any friends there?
Oh, a few, yes.
What?
You make some friends wherever you go.
Yeah. What was the social life on the base like? Was there a USO? Did you get out to dances or recreation or play ball, or what did you do on your off time?
We played ball. Yes, sometimes they'd have a dance on the NCO club, and yeah, I went to the dance building. They had there a couple times. It was quite nice. But they also had in town. They always had USO clubs, and we would go there, and they were really nice. I mean, civilian people. They was really. They really jumped on board and seeing that whatever need they could help you get.
Supported your troops.
Yeah.
Good.
They were real nice people.
So when did you make sergeant?
I was when I was on front line. I was up for another position, or I was up for another stripe, but because I was coming home, they wouldn't give me my third stripe or my second stripe. I was in for sergeant first class, and because of that, I didn't get mine, and I'd done the job for over 3 months.
Right.
And I never got my stripe.
But you knew you earned it. So.
Well, but I knew what it did. No use to harp about it too bad. Just go ahead and suck it up and go on.
Yeah. So you finally got to come home from Arkansas in 1953?
52.
52?
June the 22nd, I was discharged.
A happy day.
Yeah.
And what was it like getting home? Was it hard to get back to it?
No. Just not like how I even left. But it seemed kind of odd. Some places, but you see all kinds of different but around here, I don't know. Sometimes the people are a little bit reluctant to step forward and say, well, why don't you? We're going to have a party. Why don't you come join us? Something like that. But no. Most of the time, some of the fellows, they went to some of the VFW establishments and American Legion, and they'd have dances for you, and you could have you could shove around with people to get interested in their way of life there. But it was quite, it was a little different, but
yeah.
Some could adjust to it, and some just didn't. They didn't take to it too well at all.
Did you join the American Legion or the VFW?
No, I joined the VFW later years, but not till way late. Oh, it was in the 80s before ever. It was forming a post there, St. Paris, and then I joined that, and that's where I picked up on it.
Did you feel like you learned any important life lessons from the military?
Oh, yeah. You learn things. I don't know how you call it, but
sounds to me like you had to be awfully strong and disciplined to get through days of being fired on.
oh yeah, and I got fired on plenty of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any friends you still keep in contact with?
No. Pretty much, we all just kind of went about our way, I guess.
And then went home after you did your service, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now Garrett told me you almost got another Purple Heart because one of your buddies was playing around with a sidearm and almost shot you.
I don't know how well it was that, but it could have been if we wasn't watching what was going on. And I said, this one guy says, man, oh God, he says, I didn't realize I reloaded my weapon.
Oh, I bet that woke you up a little bit.
He just cleaned it all up and put his cup in the hand and the weapon shut her off and shot right between his legs. Oh man, oh Jesus, he said, dumb me, he said. He says, man, he said, I just wasn't quite thinking like that happened like that. But it did.
I bet that set you all back a little bit.
That made you think a little bit.
Yes, yeah. What kind of machine guns did you work on?
It was 30 caliber.
Did they change from when you went in to when you left?
No, same.
Anything else you can think of you want to talk about with your military service?
Oh, I don't know what it'd be.
Well, I have to say, and I guess all the shrapnel in your leg didn't come out right away. They had to take it out years later?
It was years later. Yeah.
Was it?
65 when I took it out.
Started bothering you again, huh?
Oh, boy, did it.
So that was your souvenir from the war. Were you happy when they declared that the police action was over?
Well, I didn't. We just went on about our way. We didn't think too much of it.
Yeah. Well, you don't make very much of it, but I have to say, spending month after month with people firing on you and going looking for the enemy sounds like a really brave and courageous thing to do, so I'm sure you've been thanked before, but...
You always had to say, you always want to be on your guard. It's something that could happen, usually will happen. And but you didn't know where, when, or how. But you eventually could do it.
Well, thank God you came back safe and unscathed. It sounds
Well,
like you did a lot.
I guess I weathered the storm pretty good after all.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.